Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. So just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. And we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works for you. So, hello, hello. Yeah, we're no nails today. I'll not be perfectly honest with you. I'm tired. Oh, it's been a lot, but we're going to make it through. And I would never miss an opportunity to be here with you. So we're just going to settle for a little. Hard to see, but it's this little. It says boo, and then there's a little jack-o'-lantern and a witch's hat. So we have our little something. And of course, we have the Halloween tarot. And I have been trying to figure out if there's a better way to do the sound. However, this little thing takes up too much space. It's too wide. It doesn't just fit in. It covers up the other thing, the only other thing like this, which is the camera. So I'll have to get an extender or something. But yeah, I've got these. Yeah, I've got these other things. They might work better. I don't know. But don't try nothing. Don't learn nothing. Anyway, so I will have to see what I can do with that. All right. Voila. Oh, and this little cloth I use this time of year my mother made. Just a little cloth that I have bits on it. But no, she made this. It means a lot to me. Anyway, moving on. All right. Fawn says I was exhausted yesterday and today. Yeah, it's rough, but we're making through it. We're making our way through it. Okay. So, Laura says, good morning. Feeling sleepy today. Can't stop yawning. Oh, it was cute. Good. Hello. All right. So we have. And says the sidebars reminds me of the movie Day After Tomorrow. I liked that movie. I'll be honest. It had issues. It had issues, but I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. I was entertained. Are you not entertained? I was entertained. But Deborah's listening while plunging your sink. Wish me luck. Oh, good luck. All right. Ansis loved a library. Oh yeah, it also had one of the greatest lines in movie history, where they're fighting over, are we going to burn the Gutenberg Library? Guys, there's a whole tax section right over here. All right, so apparently I'm going to be tripping over my words today. M. Kelby says I have my no king sign ready and my yellow shirt laundered. Yay! Apparently, that's the thing. If you're going to be a part of the protest, apparently they're saying to wear yellow. I'm not sure why, but okay. I think they should wear blue, but that's just me. All right. Lee B says, had to search for you. Worth it. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, before I get into we go down into the bog of eternal stench that is this administration. Boy, do we have questions today. Whew. Sunday, I believe Sunday, we're going to have a visitor. So I want you to be on your best behavior. We're going to, put your shoes and socks on and be on your best behavior. Because we're going to have somebody's going to come visit. I think Sheila's coming on Sunday. So Sheila may be here Sunday, I think. And then, are you ready for this? November 11th, Danny Shea. We may get a visit from Danny Shea. Anne says, yes, Mom. I know. Cindy says, Mom, Sebastian, we're always good. I know. Anyway, so, and then I had to, poor Kirsten Langston is ill, so I wasn't able to record with her yesterday, and I hope she's feeling better. We're going to reschedule. And I assume it's going to be before Halloween. So, all right. And tomorrow night, last thing, tomorrow night, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, is the monthly Patreon social that got put off. And this may end up being the one for October as well. But tomorrow's special. If you join Patreon, links in the description. I don't have expensive tiers. But if you join Patreon, you can come on screen with me. And tomorrow, Miss Sarah's going to be there the whole time. She's never been there the whole time, I don't think. She's not usually there. So you can talk directly to Miss Sarah. She can talk directly to you. You can put faces to names that you've seen in the chat. Yeah, it's usually about an hour and a half. And yeah, so we're at 7 to 8:30 tomorrow night, Saturday, on Patreon for Black and Orange, and it'll be a lot of fun. We can have, with her there, we can have up to 8 other people on the screen with us. That's you with your, well, I mean, your microphone would be muted when you're not talking, but when you are, yeah, it'll be on and talking directly to everybody. Or you can just be in the chat. So Cindy says only at $2 a tier. Yeah, there's a $2 tier. So yeah, all right. So I think that's it. That's all very exciting. All right. Sheila, what is Sheila's official title, or channel title? I can't remember the name. She's just Sheila. She's awesome. Someone will say, yes, Raymond, release the Trumpstein files. Yeah. Okay. So shall we go together into the bog of eternal stench? Come with me, my friend. We will link arms and we will go together. And then we will come out. Celtic. Someone will know the whole thing. Celtic terror. Jamie, terror. Oh, Celtic tarot. Sheila. Thank you. Celtic tarot. All right. And she's so sweet. Anyway, at 8 minutes in, and I've been trying to get an invitation to Angie Butterfly Tarot. But, yeah, I'll work it out. Okay. Jamie says I was purely autocorrect. I assumed, but just in case it wasn't, it was like, no, don't say that. She's nice. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Jamie, and thank you. Autocorrect has just flattened me in any number of times. All right. So we are starting with, I have a graphic. I made a graphic. 8 minutes, 40 seconds in. I've been yapping a lot. We've been talking. Representative Dave Taylor, the Republican from Ohio, said an American flag in his Capitol Hill office was part of a coordinated hoax. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Targeting multiple GOP offices with altered flags. Right. It was a hoax. So the picture's not real? Oh, wait, the picture's real? Oh, so someone just snuck in and put it up on your bulletin board? Someone just snuck in and did? Really? Prompting a Capitol Police review, as Taylor condemned the symbol, I'll tell you what it is in a minute, and claimed neither he or herself knowingly displayed it. Other officials called it an optical illusion. Deb, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you. Well, so I don't want to display this particular symbol, and I don't want my channel to get dinged for it, etc., etc. But I did notice something about it. So I went in with some graphics. I didn't change anything in the image, but I added some text so you could see more clearly what I was seeing and to kind of hide. Yeah, Pam, what about the security cameras? I'm sure on the security cameras, it says, who put it there? Okay, so this optical illusion hoax that neither he nor his staff willingly displayed. This. Okay, now I've put that there because I noticed that's what that looked like, right in the middle of the flag. Anyway, this is the bulletin board in question, and it looks awfully tidy. It looks perfectly, things on this bulletin board look perfectly spaced out, like they were put in particular order. And there's a window behind it, which means it's not out in the hallway where anybody could put something up. Hoax, huh? Oh, he is no one in him or his staff had anything to do with it. No, it's so obvious it was just tacked on there by someone else. It doesn't have these other things, these pins and whatnot, precisely surrounding it. Just so. Thank you, Finzenberger. Thank you so much. So, yeah. Dave says Republicans suck. Some of them do. Heck yeah. Anyway, so obviously where I have, or maybe not obviously, so I'm going to tell you, where I have put in the 4 and the 7, that's not what is originally there. It's just in that rough shape. They twisted the red stripes and the stars and stripes. They twisted the stripes. Yeah. So I added the white text. So you can guess what's underneath there. So, a hoax, huh? Hoax. Out in the hallway? No, there are windows. There are no windows behind bulletin boards in the hallways. No. Cauldron Hill Craftworks. I went and looked up the unaltered image. That is not an optical illusion, and you can't not see it. Yeah, not see it exactly. Midnight Noon is saying it's paranormal. I tell you. Oh, that's it. Ghosts came through and mixed up the flag. Yeah, this is somebody cooked this up. Somebody had to make that, and it isn't even like a printed out piece of paper somebody cut up. It actually has like a pole. There's a 3D. There's a pole there so you can wave this around. And yeah, it gets a reaction. Yeah, this is not us. We're not doing that. I don't care what you're calling it. Oh, this? Oh, this? Oh, no, that wasn't. Yeah, we have eyes. We know what that means. We know what that is. Get stuffed. Get wrecked. Yeah. And wrecked, WRECT, I believe is that term. I don't want someone to think I'm wishing violence. Yeah. So Representative Dave Taylor of Ohio, Republican of Ohio. You, sir, and your staff are scumbags. And any member, if you are going to say that any member of your staff who thinks this is okay, and you still work there, and you're not quitting, that's on you, boo-boo. Yeah, Sharon says, I have some suggestions here where they can waive it. Oh, Sandra Lee says, couldn't find you. I know. I don't know what to do. I have trouble finding Hal Sparks a lot, which is weird. Anyway. So is this going to continue? Is there going to be more of this garbage? Don't you people have grandparents, great-grandparents who fought against this? And Chad is asking, is this not defacement of the American flag? You can't do much worse. Joyce says DOJ won't investigate Republicans. Well, of course not. But yeah, we're going to judge harshly. If you believe in anything like this, you are a scumbag. There's no gray area about this. None. Zero. There's right, there's wrong. This is wrong. Anyway. This kind of garbage, this is what's being dug up by Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius is about equality. So it's digging up everything related to equality, to the founding of our country, and the inequality that was a part of the founding of our country. So yeah. Oh, I don't know. Mr. Guitar says, oh no, Autumn is upset. I will put the first $1 in her swear jar. Oh, Chris Cool, I owe you an apology. I didn't see the thing until too late that yesterday was your birthday. Happy belated birthday. I'm so sorry I didn't sing for you. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we have the young Republicans, the young MAGA, those scumbags who got caught with their messages. 5 of Cups. So disappointment that they haven't been able to overturn decency, haven't been able to change the fact that there are more Democrats than Republicans in this country. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles. Fruits of labor. Yeah, really. In your entitled lives. But I've got the Empress and I've got the World card. And what this says to me is this is going to come to a head at some point. We're dealing with this. And the more we can deal with it now, the more we stand up and say this is wrong now, the more we do not let this slide, the less explosive it's going to be later. So, and he says it was Sarge's birthday as well. Well, happy belated birthday to Sarge. Happy belated birthday. Scumbags. Here on the Black and Orange channel, I am very much against this garbage. I am very much against racism. I'm very much against sexism. I'm very much against authoritarianism and fascism. Yeah, Bear says we cannot normalize this atrocity either. Exactly. So, man. All right. Well, let's make sure we point out that he's the one 47th who is making this okay to them, but not to us. All right. So back to the shut down haunted halls where the ghosts of the founding fathers are looking around like, yeah, we should have fixed that. Yeah, we really should have. Yeah. All right. So at 2040, that whole image just makes my skin crawl. Anyway, 2040, Arizona AG Kris Mayes has issued an ultimatum to Mike Johnson. Either swear in Adelita, is it Grijalva? Do I have that correct? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Or face litigation, arguing that the 813,000 residents of Arizona's 7th Congressional District are being taxed without representation. She has said, time is up. Time is up. I gave him 2 days. He continues to refuse to swear her in. And Arizona's 7th Congressional District, 813,000 Arizonans are now being taxed without representation. I have lawyers downstairs right now drafting the litigation. Yeah. Grijalva. Thank you. Thank you, Anne. Grijalva. Oh, Nettie says, thank you, Autumn and everyone. His Dale is dancing. He loves watching Autumn. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Hello. Hello, good boy. Hey, CC Riders here. Hello. I posted on the new Congresswoman's page and Senator Mark Kelly's page, House Democratic page, that it is legal for a federal judge or Supreme Court justice to swear her in. Do it, dams. Yeah. I was looking at that the other day, and the cards weren't looking good for like a Supreme Court justice to do it, but we get a federal judge. Sandra Lee says he's saying he was waiting for the House to come back, yet he's the one keeping them out. Funny that. Yeah. Hello, Barbara. Whew. Sitting pretty. Republicans sitting pretty. Page of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, King of Swords. That's a speaker's card. 8 of Cups, walking away. 3 of Wands, waiting for their ship to come in. Yeah, Mikey, he's using this as an excuse, and he's justified it in his own twisted mind that, oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this will just be another thing that can force the Democrats to have to force them to have to sign off on this continuing resolution. That's not how this works, Spiff. So, are the courts going to get involved and say, do it? I know the courts generally don't like getting involved with the works of other branches of the government. I mean, they're not in a hurry. They're certainly not in a hurry to intervene in squabbles between different branches of the government. But yeah, this is important. Yeah. And yes, Bear, release the Epstein files. And apparently she's going to be the 218th signature they need to, I believe it's actually force the release into Congress. Oh, that's a decision in the middle, but I'm not seeing judges. Again, 9 of Pentacles for the reading, sitting pretty. Mikey doesn't think he has to do anything, and he's protecting the fool. Hope you're proud of that. Oh, Mr. More Christian than all of us. 6 of Pentacles. Pick and choose. Little bit here, little bit there. Meanwhile, dumpster fires, throwing everything he can to keep this woman out. 6 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. Republicans still have control, but this does feel like, I don't know, I'm not getting super strong cards or terrible, immensely strong energy. Come on. What's going to happen? Is the judge going to get involved? Is Mikey actually going to swear her in anytime in the foreseeable future? My understanding was that, it'll only be until October 14th. Well, that was 3 days ago. CC Ryder says, certification of election. A federal judge can swear in a member-elect after the state has officially certified their election results. All we need is a federal judge. King of Pentacles. Mikey's working. He's working to make things go the way he wants them to. This is the refusal, but this is the big movement right in the center. Page of Swords, 4 of Wands, which it can be a celebration. It's traditionally a card of vacation or retirement. So it may be what it feels like is that, yes, it's either the courts or there's someone else that's going to have to intervene, because Mikey's not doing squat. Yes, the squeaker of the house. Yeah. Maria is saying, where was it? Swearing her in would be great, but the felon will veto releasing the files. My understanding, please correct me, how this will actually do something. So the files go to Congress. And I think because it's an internal matter, that's my understanding. I'm not feeling great about this. All those victims. Dear, great. Queen of Pentacles, all of the Republicans standing together. There's justice and trying to stir things up. I wish I was getting breakthrough. It's a petition, not a bill. Thank you, Chris Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I wish I was getting better energy on this, but they're dragging their feet. Dragging. Okay. Well, I think this is some good news. 2825. A federal judge in Chicago ordered immigration officers to wear body cameras. About time. After witnessing tear gas and aggressive tactics used against protesters, citing concerns over compliance with previous court limits on force and transparency amid ongoing mass arrests under Operation Midway Blitz. Blitz, huh? The Blitz. Let me think. Where have I heard that term used before? The Blitz. Something about that flag that was in the first question. Somehow related. Anyway. Will this happen? Will this help? Sandra Lee's asking, can't Suck Up Mikey be removed for failing to do his job? Not really. No, Fawn. It's not Ballroom Blitz. No. I'm thinking of a completely different, as in capital T, capital B, the Blitz. Anyway, Fool, this isn't doing anything except pushing people toward voting for Democrats. Devil, King of Cups. So this makes our governor, this makes the mayor of Chicago look really good. Government overreach, federal government overreach, theft, criminality, and nostalgia. Get out of our city. So, will they wear cameras? Will they keep the cameras on? Will the card down? Will the information be usable? Hold, please. Okay. They should be holding the little cameras during this craziness, and they'll be reviewed. Communications will be monitored. Yeah, okay, good. At least it's saying, do they do what they want? Virginia's book comes out on Tuesday. We already know about some of what's in there. And matter of fact, I want to say, I need to get out of this energy for a minute. I want to say there is a question down here. I'm going to jump ahead for a second. We're going to change gears since the chat is bringing it up and it's on here. 3145. Speaking of scumbags, talk about the bog of eternal stench. How about the cesspool of royal blankety blank? Prince Andrew. Yeah, okay. So Virginia Giuffre, her book comes out on Tuesday, and apparently in it she says that she was paid $15,000 for what she did with Prince Andrew. I would like to point out to anyone who's even crosses your mind, minors can't be prostitutes. They can't, because they can't consent. She was 17. She could not consent. There's no, oh, well, she got paid or blah, blah, blah. No. So the absolute bag of scum that is Prince Andrew said, oh, well, he stopped talking to Epstein back in 2010. Those pictures of them walking in Central Park or wherever it was, he was saying they couldn't be friends anymore. So it was like a breakup. Really, because the emails that the Sun has gotten hold of show pretty clearly that you sent a message to Epstein in 2011 saying, basically, paraphrasing, entertainment only, we'll stand together. Whatever you're being accused of and all that, don't worry. We're going to stand together through all of this. Oh, look, it's the lover's card. So here's the thing. Hey, Charles, come get your boy. What the heck are you doing? Please tell me in the chat, please tell me that Chuckles is actually kicking this blankety blank to the curb. Look, I don't know. I don't follow the royal stuff that closely. I honestly don't. I don't like these people. I don't like Charles. I don't like Camilla. I certainly don't like Andrew. But it just seems to me, from my position in a different country, in a country that rebelled to get away from the UK, and in this year of our Lord 2025, that from my perspective, it's kind of hard to not see old King Chuck not basically between the way he's treating his brother Andrew and his son Harry, it is starting to look a little bit like Pedo Brothers fine, or oh well, but marrying woman not white, oh, ick. In which case, you need to step down. Isabel says, word is William is furious, but Charles won't kick Andrew to the curb. Why not? Why not? Honestly, why? True, I've heard that too, that Lisa, that Epstein paid some of Sarah Ferguson's bills. If this is how it's going to be, look, I'm not part of the UK. I was married to an Englishman for about 20 years, but that was a long time ago. And it was never my country. So I have an opinion, but that's all it is. My opinion is if this stands, then Chuckles needs to step down. And if he doesn't, UK, I would suggest you just completely erase your monarchy. Honestly. And if you're okay with this, there's a problem. And I know a lot of you won't be. Anyway, Goral says King Charles considers stripping Prince Andrew of royal title. Considers. Thank you, Goral. I appreciate that. Considers. Do you know how long it would take me to decide? How long do you think it would take you to decide to take away Andrew's royal titles and cut him off completely? How long would it take you? I'd be done by now. Anyway. Fawn says 0 seconds. Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, you have in the UK, you have a very expensive PR department. And that's your right. But really? Really? Okay. Goral says King Charles shuts out Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson from royal Christmas amid Epstein letter scandal. Last Christmas, this coming Christmas. Okay, anyway. Dempsey says, per Ross story, GOP is disbanding the Young Republican New York after the racist text leak. I'm sure that'll change everyone's minds. All right, this is the last time looking at this, but yeah, this what it goes. Yeah, okay, they already have all this money. They blah 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 blah. And these people do feel very much entitled, very much all in that the monarchy should exist, and that they are that Charles is the rightful heir. That all of that, 100% in, absolute core to his identity. Yeah, Amy, Christmas shutout. Wow, that's going to hurt. Yeah. 10 of Wands. Burden, you think? King of Pentacles. Yes, but the money. That's the ending. Well, pick and choose. And, well, we'll cut him off. Maybe we'll consider. Maybe. But the firm must continue. I'm glad we fought you. I'm glad we got rid of you. Yeah. Cindy says, of course Chuck wants a monarchy. They'd have to actually work for all of their goodies that they're born into. Yep. M says, Andrew has been out. Yep, he's been cut off for a long time. My understanding is not entirely. He was told he needed to move into a smaller abode, is last I heard. Jen says Andrew's been cut off, but they haven't taken his title. Really? Are we certain about that? That he hasn't just been downsized? And he still has his titles. So Paula says King Charles could remove Andrew from the Order of the Garter just to start with. Amy's a smaller castle, pretty much. Melissa says he still has Duke as a title. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Awesomeness says not cut off completely. Okay. So, on a completely separate note, at 40, I'm going to go somewhere nice. 40:45. Illinois Governor JB Pritzker disclosed that he won blackjack in Las Vegas last year. He won $1.4 million in blackjack in Las Vegas last year. And he's donating the winnings to charity. Yeah, I mean, he has plenty of money as it is, but yeah. Paula says Parliament has to remove Andrew's title. I think Charles could say, "Hey, hi, yeah." Anyway, yeah, 1.4 million going to charity. Pritzker is loaded. He is also seen as a potential 2028 presidential candidate or contender. He emphasized his commitment to Illinois and criticized Trump amid speculation about his own political future. Could we see Prtizker on the ticket in 2028? I'll have to look at the astrology, but I'm going to start out with just looking at some cards. So, Grace is slightly uncomfortable with this. Oh, the 1.4 million? So, Cindy says he's a billionaire. Donating a million is nice, but he could do more. Yes, but compared to where we just came from, I'm in. Plus, he really is standing up for. He really is standing up for Chicago. So, huh? Yeah, they're not great cards. Page of Swords, 4 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. So this is minor arcana. He's putting MAGA on the defensive. Knight of Cups. So he is part of the moving forward. 10 of Pentacles against dumpster fires, legacy. But these aren't cards of President Pritzker. Thank you, Dorinda. Thank you, Paula. I don't have cards here of magician. I mean, he's doing a good job. And we know the Republicans are a day late and a dollar short. 6 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles sitting pretty in the middle. 4 of Cups. That's the refusal of democratic stuff going on. 8 of Swords hemmed in. These aren't cards of a president or even close. So I guess we'll have to check back, but the cards are wussy. So nothing there, I'm afraid. Raymond says, I'm a Cancer. We are skeptical of astrology. Really? I think it depends on the whole chart, but I honor your feelings. And as a Cancer moon, I honor I honor the nurturing tendencies and the care of others that you show. All right. All right. What else have we got? Oh, okay. Because I'm just not in. All right. Okay, Ashley, let's take one quick step back into the general topic, and then we'll move on to something completely different. Cindy was asking, why doesn't Bondi just heavily redact the Epstein files and say, well, we'll give you the files. You should be happy now. Then let it go and move on. She tried that. If you remember, she made those white binders that she gave to a bunch of far-right podcasters and influencers. And they were standing at the White House like, look at us, look at us, aren't we great? And then some of them were actually quite upset because there wasn't actually anything useful in that. So Jana says, thank you for building community, folks. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Doing things back here. Or just not talking about it. Nostalgia, legacy. Nostalgia as in stuff like this would have come out in a heartbeat. Yogi Bear, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm sorry. That's her, Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands. Oh, if she is forced to, I'm sure she'll try to pull some kind of shenanigans. But my understanding is that Congress potentially getting getting hold of the Epstein files, she would be limited in how much she could redact. That's my understanding. Please tell me I'm not wrong, but tell me the truth. Always correct me if I'm wrong. But thank you, Froxy Roxy. I'm glad you like the overlay. A shut down government with kind of hints of the years of the founding fathers, and boy, wouldn't they be proud. TJ's asking, are there any questions about the protest tomorrow? I've been looking at it so far this week. I haven't seen anything. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. Whew. Oh, thank you, Deborah. That started somewhere on my toes. Oh, that was quite a sneeze. Anyway, all right. Sorry about that. To 49 minutes in, for the sake of safety, 49. Will the No Kings protests be safe? ? Save. Let's have a look. Cindy says most readers have said just be careful, but no violence, yet ICE will push. Yeah. Mayor says red state governors are sending out troops in their states tomorrow. In their own states? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've had a couple of people in the chat say breaking news, including Acadian Proud and earlier. Breaking news, Prince Andrew gives up royal titles, including Duke of York, after discussion with the king. That is the least. At least there's that. Whew. And up here, I'm so sorry. Someone else had mentioned it in passing. Thank you. So I'm sorry. I want to give you credit. But anyway. Will it be? Happy birthday, Teresa. Happy birthday. Tinny Pool says, wonder who's going to foot Andrew's bills. Housing, lights, travel, food. Yeah. Well. Card for the reading is Trump the man, not the king, not the emperor. I mean, this is a king, but this is just a man, not the emperor. We don't have kings. We don't do that here. Six of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. Yeah, they've MAGA's done this themselves. Republicans have done this to themselves. Queen of Cups. Everyone going out who can. Page of Pentacles. These are not horrible cards. Of course, be safe. But yeah, this is not. There's no tower. There's no. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I hope it's huge too, TJ. All right, 52 minutes in. Oh, here we go. Deb C and Nettie were asking about this. 5210. Oh, wait. I don't have an earbud handy, but okay, I want to make sure. Where was it? There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh, I need to make sure it's not there. Okay, hang on. That's the wrong one. All right, 1 second. Sorry. Let's see, 5. Connect. This thing is so slow to connect. Make it. It just takes time. There we go. Connect. Come on. There we go. All right. Now it's not coming out of my speakers. All right. So guess who we're yeah, Lou says Miller alert. Gird your loins. Sherlock Holmes says we must be needing to talk about Miller. Yeah. At 53. Where is it? 5330. All right. Peewee German, Nazi Ferratu, has sold his house in Houston. I didn't know he had a house in Houston. Hello, boo-boo. How you doing? Claiming that people have threatened him with messages written in chalk on the sidewalk in front of his house. The comments are wild. When I first read it, I could have sworn it said the comments are mild. Like if people were like, So Houston, so newsflash, Houston is celebrating today as the stench leaves. Debsy says the chalk comments are mild. Yes, Miller. Mm-hmm. Chalk. Night Muglo says, chalk. Yeah. And says, oh my, chalk insults. Yes. He rips children away from, he rips right out of the arms of mothers, but not chalk on the sidewalk. Now, if something like that happened to you, I would be upset for you. If something like that happened to me, I would be upset. But I'm not Stephen flipping Miller. Joyce says, should he use Sharpies? Deborah says, I'm sure he has cameras around his house. There's that. Kimmy says, lucky Houston. I know. What is there? He's awful. Nobody likes him. Yes, you. Nobody likes you. 2 of Wands. He runs his mouth. Valley Ghoul, Stephen Miller. Yes, it's all not C propaganda with a twinge of Valley accent straight out of the 80s. Great. The Night Circuit. 7 of Ghosts, 7 of Cups, Illusion, Delusion, High Priestess. Yeah. Yeah, he can run his mouth all he wants. We don't care. We're using higher wisdom. We know he's talking absolute garbage, and we see through what he's doing, and the fact that he is actually just a mouthpiece for President Dumpster Fire and his bludgeon. So, okay. Ooh. So, what's going to happen to Miller? Yes, yes. Crisco says, oh, the horror, chalk rainbows and unicorns everywhere. I don't know what they actually put out there. Maria says, chalk hopscotch game in front of his house. Yes. Yes, and they told him the numbers were in Spanish. Oh, yes, the horror, the horror. 7 of thief, criminal. 6 of... We are going to forget about this in 3, 2, 1. What were we talking about? Moving on. Yes. Yes, you do. All right. Let me see. Do I have any time left? Marine Colonel Doug Krugman. Krugman. 5810. Marine Colonel Doug Krugman resigned after 24 years in the U.S. Marine Corps, citing Trump's contempt for the Constitution and the erosion of democratic norms. Thank you for your service in the first place, but also bless you. In a Washington Post op-ed, Krugman said he could no longer serve under a president who tests how far he can ignore constitutional limits, referencing Trump's use of emergency powers, the federal deployment of National Guard troops without state requests, and labeling cities like Portland as war zones. This man knows what a war zone is. You don't, Captain Bonespurs. Krugman urged fellow service members to question illegal or unethical orders and warned that without reforms to clarify presidential power, future administrations could push the U.S. toward governmental collapse. Heck yeah. Bless you, sir. Bless you. Raymond says his resignation has sent tremors through the military ranks. Marine Colonel, 24 years. Think about what was going on in the world 24 years ago and what's gone on since. And he's a Marine Colonel. Guy has seen some stuff. Will this spark more military members to either leave or stand up to Commander in Thief as much as possible? Joyce says another admiral quit because of the boat bombings. Charles says he hasn't even earned the rank of recruit, Bone Spurs. That is true. That is true. Thank you, Charles. Yeah, Jen says a 5-star admiral. 5-star admiral that was in charge of Venezuela retired yesterday because of unlawful orders. Mm-hmm. Yep, Chris Gold, 24 years ago, Twin Towers. Mm-hmm. Justice card. Doing what's right. Trump trying to stir up trouble. Here's a death card. That's not good. 2 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. This is sad. All those years of work. I mean, we've all had bad bosses, but this is on a whole other level. I think, considering the way that dumpster fire has gone after Comey, James, Bolton, and is looking at, by the way, Trump is looking at indicting Jack Smith. I kid you not. After all that, this guy, I mean, he's certainly brave because Trump could go after him. Cost him a lot of money. Dave says the Armed Forces Committee should call emergency hearings. They should. Yeah. But right now, dumpster fire and his ilk are sitting pretty. Knight of Swords, that's a military. 9 of Cups. Yeah, they've had reasonable presidents in his 24. You know, there have been some reasonable presidents in his 24 years. Moon, absolute chaos. Knight of Wands, trying to turn the military into from the military to a very political arm. Page of Wands. And all of the young people. He feels some responsibility toward the people just joining or the people coming up. And that's it. I've been on more than an hour, but that's what I'm ending on today, because there are people standing up. And there will be. So if you're thinking that Trump gets away with everything, that somehow they're going to win everything again, they're always going to be in power, no. The top brass of the military is not exactly hippie central. And even they're saying no. So, all right. So it is 1:17 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Sarah will be 1 sprint late today, but she'll be there. Tomorrow night is Patreon, monthly Patreon. And Sarah's going to be there the whole time, so you can talk directly to Sarah. You can come on screen. People usually cycle in and out. We can have 8 other people on screen with us. You put faces to names, or you can stay in the chat, whatever you want to do. Links in the description of Patreon. I don't have expensive tiers. Chances are you can afford it on purpose, at least for 1 month, you know. All right. Other than that, I believe we are having Miss Sheila, Celtic Tarot Sheila, Sunday. And then November 11th, Danny Shea. Good stuff. All right. Please remember, you're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. All right. Hang in there. And as always, I will see you later. All right. Take care.